Thank you, Dean James. Thank you so much for letting me be a very small part in an amazing celebration for the class of 2023. I have to start by telling you it's actually been 30 years, almost to the day, since I got my own MBA and I found my tassel. And I can assure you that very soon, or at least that's what it's going to feel like, you'll be my age, standing on a stage and saying, "How did time fly?" But I could also assure you that time is defined. Seconds, whether they're the first second of the day or the last second of the day, are the same. But when you have a sick child or an aging parent, it may feel really, really slow. And then there's times of celebration and success, and it goes really fast. And then you're 50, 60, 70 years old, and you say, boy, was that fast. I am so excited to be here for so many reasons, but today is special because it's the day before Mother's Day. I hope all of us knew that. And my mom has played a very, very important role in my life. My mom graduated from high school in the 1940s. At that time, her parents told her she had two choices. She could either go get a vocational degree to be a nurse or a secretary, or she could go find a husband who would take care of her. My mom went on to get married. She's not married to him anymore. And had 4 children, 3 boys, and then myself. And during her life, that inability to have her choice was in her head every single day. She was part of a movement in the 1960s. We're feeling a similar movement now, where women were seeking new heights. I saw my mom. We talk a lot about examples, and you want to tell people what to do, how to live their lives. But the best examples come from how you show them what to do. I saw my mom work multiple jobs every day. I saw my mom go participate in political movements, women's marches, stuffing envelopes for Geraldine Ferraro when she was up to be the first, at that point, female vice president. But the most impressive thing my mom did, when along the way she kept telling me, "You could be anything you want, baby," was about the same time I graduated from college, my mom put herself back to school and got her college degree, and we did it together. So I thought, why not just give you some mom advice as opposed to being a CEO advice, but I think it's going to be the same. First, as you venture out of here with amazing friends, lifelong friends, don't go do it alone. Don't go alone. Mentorship, advocacy is going to be the most critical part of your world going forward. And know the difference. Mentors are people who you can connect with. You could maybe cry to. You could share deepest thoughts. Advocates are individuals that are sitting in power seats that could help you unfold your dreams and find those opportunities. Make sure when you're seeking advice, you seek people that have dissenting views. Find people that don't think like you, because the very best advice comes from people that don't think or look like you. But most importantly, you're privileged. Pay it forward and make sure you find people that you can help who don't have all the things we all have. I can assure you, you will save lives if you do that. Number 2, I also am a big baseball fan. I hate saying this in Philadelphia. I am a Met fan. Now I should be ejected. Sorry, the day got really bad. Number 2, you can't still second when your foot is still on first. Understand the importance of taking risks. If you really want the highs of highs, that roller coaster feel that you get, well, then you don't want to be on the carousel. And the only way you're going to know that you've actually got on that high of high is if you fail. Because I can assure you, If you're not failing, you're not taking a risk. So spend your time thinking about ways that you could push yourself to do things out of your comfort zone. Take the risk. Be okay with failure. Accept and embrace failure, but fail fast and learn from failure. Learn the next time. You talked about having instincts. Have the instincts to know, well, I've seen this before. I'm not going to do this again. But please know that if you want to get to second base, you've got to take your foot off of first. Number 3, be open to being perfectly imperfect. Enter the workforce, enter your communities, enter your family with the humility that it's okay not to know everything. The world is changing so fast, faster than I've ever seen in my 50+ years of being on this earth. You will never have all the right answers. Be curious. Understand the importance of learning, constantly learning. And again, don't rely on Wikipedia or one source of learning. Go look around to find different ways of learning to evolve. But also learn about yourself. You don't have all the answers. Be okay to taking feedback. Ask people, what did I do well in that meeting? What did I do well last year? And really internalize, what do I need to do better? And always be okay to being imperfect. My last piece of advice is to be the fearless you who you are. Think about that each one of us has a brand. When that elevator door closes, there's a few words that they say about you, and yes, they do talk about you in the elevator after you leave. What do they say? What do you want them to say about you? Think about how you frame that, how you shape that, how you show up to be that leader. And understand, in this world, there are 2 types of people. There are people who manage outcomes, and then there are leaders who lead people. So how do you take the very best of you each and every day to inspire groups of leaders? How do you understand what drives them, what motivates them, and how do you connect with them in your very special way? What are your superpowers? For me, I am focused on being authentic. Hopefully you've figured that out by now. I am very focused on being vulnerable, and the world needs vulnerability with all of the crisis happening in humanity and in our communities and our schools. And I'm very focused on compassion. Think about your 3 words and your brand, and think about how you want to be known when that door closes. So, class of 2023, I am incredibly proud to be by your side. I am inspired by what you're going to do each and every day. I know you've worked incredibly hard to get here. I too got my MBA while I worked, and so I see in this group so many families here. Please know how impressed I am by what you do, and know that we are waiting for you to come with your bright ideas, your heart, and your mind. And now, without further ado, please go call your mom. Thank you.